Hello everybody. In this session we are going to see the part 2 of PaaS, that is nothing but platform as a service. In part 1 we have seen overview of PaaS, and then we have seen the characteristics, we have seen the services provided by platform as a service. Then now we are going to see suitability. When platform as a service is helpful when it is to be used, that is done with that is known with the help of suitability. So most of the startup SaaS development companies and independent software vendors widely use PaaS in developing an application. What is the reason? Because of this. The first thing is collaborative development. So this will reduce the time taken to the software to come in the market and the development efficiency, and it increases the development efficiency. So that is why people, companies, independent software vendors and new companies or startups are moving to PaaS, where the development team and stakeholders of the application will sit at a common place and they can decide things faster and do the things faster to develop an application. So a collaborative environment is provided. So that's why because of this, PaaS is a suitable solution for most of the developers. So first where we are going to use, where PaaS is suitable is collaborative development. Next, it is suitable when you wanted to have automated testing and development. So it provides, earlier in traditional application development, testing is done manually and it takes time. So when it is moved to automation, testing time reduces and the development of software becomes faster. So that is the reason, as PaaS is going to provide automated testing and tools for deployment, so time for developing software comes down. That is the reason this is suitable whenever you want to have automated testing and deployment of the applications. So we are moving to PaaS when automated testing and deploying the softwares is done automatically, then we will move to PaaS. Second point is this. Next, that is what, as now we are going with iterative and incremental development methodologies these days. So an agile development technology is followed. Agile, earlier particular person appointed for a particular part of the application, he used to do only that part. Like one person is appointed for front end, he will do only front end. Another person is appointed for doing back end, he will do only back end. But with agile methodologies, everybody will be doing everything. So the development time becomes faster. So it is iterative and incremental. So whenever we want a faster development, PaaS is used widely to accelerate the application development process to ensure the time to market. Before, on time availability of the software in the market is done because of incrementing the development time, incrementing the and working faster and putting the application in the market. So whenever we want this way, acceleration is required for developing a software, then we go for PaaS. Next, even though it is widely used, there are some situations where PaaS may not be the best option. First among them is if your application is migrated frequently, frequent application migration, because different vendors will have different what we say standards they will follow. So there is no common standard, like different PaaS providers will have different standards. Some may provide some framework, some other provider may provide some other framework and tools for the development. So in that time compatibility may not be existing. So if your application is moving from one vendor to another vendor or one service PaaS provider to another PaaS provider, if your necessity is that way, at that time you cannot apply PaaS. So first is that. Second, customization at the infrastructure level, and whenever you are using PaaS, all the framework and all the tools for development and what language you are going to use, everything is defined prior. So configuration is given, you cannot do the customization, means what, you cannot change the configuration to develop your application. So whenever it is that way, that sometimes you want to change your framework or you want to change your IDE, it is not possible. So whenever your application development requires customization for developing your application, at that time PaaS is not suitable. See, as PaaS is an abstracted service and the PaaS users do not have full control over the underlying infrastructure. That is what, all the infrastructure is fixed. what development tools you are going to use, what language you are going to use, what framework you are going to use, what IDE you are going to use, everything is fixed. But in between, if you want to change, customization is required, then it is not possible. In such type of applications, again PaaS will not be suitable. Flexibility at the platform level. See, PaaS provides template based applications where all the different programming languages, databases and message queues are predefined. That is what, everything is predefined, and you want to change flexibility, it is not possible. But if you are developing some generic applications, at that time PaaS will be suitable, but in this case it is not suitable. Integration with on-premises application. See, there are applications, some applications of an organization are developed on the premises, on their local machines, and some applications are developed on the cloud. So now if you want to integrate those applications, it is not possible because of some proprietary rights. In since many PaaS services use their own proprietary technologies to define the application stack, it may not match with the on-premises application stack. Means the proprietaries and rights on the on-premise application development and from the cloud, it is not same. So they may not match, so it may create legal issues. That is the reason at that time also you cannot use PaaS. When integration with on-premise application is there every now and then on your application, then this is not possible. PaaS is not used. Advantages. So that is what suitability we said, when PaaS can be used and how it advantages, how things can be done. So now next thing is, what are the benefits with PaaS? Quick development and deployment. As I said, everything is automated over here. Testing is automated and deployment is faster, and all the tools are provided to develop, test and deploy at one place. So development time comes down. So that is an advantage, quick development and deployment time. So that is the reason this is the advantage of PaaS. This speeds up application development and deployment than traditional development platforms. So one advantage is this, development time is faster. Next, reduces the total cost of ownership. Suppose you are working in traditional platforms, what happens, whenever you require some high-end infrastructure or some new software for working, then you need to buy it. So that will be a cost to the company. But in case of PaaS, you need not worry about new frameworks or new IDEs. If you want to use, it can be rented, because the PaaS provides whatever softwares and whatever platforms you need and whatever different tools which are required to build, deploy and test, those all are provided in, those all are inbuilt and given to you. So you are using them on rent, you need not buy them. So that way it reduces the total cost of ownership. You need not buy the things, it is available on the rent, you can use it and you can work properly. PaaS does not require high-end infrastructure to develop the application, thus reducing the cost of the TCO of the development company. So that is what is the next advantage. Supports agile software development. As I have said, agile technology is nothing but everybody will be doing everything. So like in a traditional software development, few persons are fixed for front end, few persons are fixed for on the back end, and connectivity some other people are working. Here in this case, everybody will be doing everything. The person who is doing front end, he will as well do the back end also. That way the development time comes down, and so application is developed in a faster way. So that is why many ISVs, independent service vendors and SaaS development companies started adopting agile tech methodologies for application development. So as everybody is doing everything, everybody will be learning, and development time will come down and applications are available in the market in faster time. That is the reason this is the second advantage when we are using PaaS, because it supports agile technologies. Next, different teams can work together. Collaboration is done. People working at different places, sitting at different projects can work together, because collaborate and different together on the same project. PaaS service support developers from different places to work together on the same project because of the online common development platform which is provided. So because of this, you can work, and everybody can work at any time, and development time comes down. So this is the reason, this is the another advantage, different teams can work together. So that is the fourth advantage. Next, ease of use. So if you are working in traditional systems, IDE will be fixed and platform will be fixed. So you have to work on that ID, on that platform only, whether you know it or not. You need to learn and do it. But in this case, multiple IDEs and multiple environments frameworks are provided. So either you can use that one, or whichever you know, that IDE or that framework can be used. So that's why it becomes easy for anybody to develop application when PaaS is there. So PaaS provides a wide variety of client tools such as CLI, Web CLI, Web UI, APIs and IDEs. So you might be knowing one of the IDEs. You might suppose if ID is fixed and you don't know it, you need to learn. But here many IDs are available in which you may know one of them. So development becomes easy because as you know that ID, and that ID is available with the help of PaaS. So ease of use. So the ease of use, because of this is an advantage for when you are using PaaS. So developers are free to choose any client tools of their choice. Especially the web UI based PaaS services increase the usability of development platform for all type of developers. So different platforms are available. So we might be knowing one of the platform in that. So and you can easily work on that and develop the application. So ease of use is the advantage. Less maintenance overhead. So in on-premises applications, you have some infrastructure available on your premises, and you have systems available on this premises. So to maintain that, you need to recruit skilled administrators to maintain those servers. So here in case of PaaS, this all services, this all is provided, it is managed by those people only. So you need not worry about maintenance, which is overhead, which is not required. So this overhead is eliminated by the PaaS services, as the underlying infrastructure is maintained by the infrastructure providers. So that is the one more advantage. Next, produces scalable applications. So like I suppose a traditional application development environments, you don't have scalability, dynamic scalability is not there. Once you are developing some application and scalability is required, it is not possible. But in this case, suppose you need a extra server, it understands, and it is easy for the startup companies to take that server on rent and use. You need not buy it. So that is what it is. Very difficult for a new startup company to provide extra servers based on the additional load. So that is what. So additionally you want something, scalability is required, then it is possible easily over here with less cost, and it is always available beforehand, so it becomes easy for application to run. So that is one more advantage of PaaS. Now we will see the drawbacks. So first drawback is vendor lock-in. As I said, as main feature, as the standards are not same on all the vendors, so it is not possible. So if your application is moving from one vendor to another vendor who is providing PaaS, your application may not work, because proprietary technologies and their working methodologies and legal issues will be arising, because of which it is not possible. So this is one drawback, vendor lock-in. So the other reasons for vendor lock-in is proprietary technologies used by PaaS providers. Most of the PaaS vendors use the proprietary technologies that are not compatible with other PaaS providers. Everybody will have their own legalities and issues, so that is not possible. That's why, because of this is a problem when you are working with PaaS. One more is security. See, you have some information which is confidential and you don't want to share, but when you are going with PaaS, it is on cloud platform, so there might not be a safety. Your data is stored in off-premises third-party servers. Many developers are afraid to go for PaaS services because of this reason. Safety may be provided, but safety will not be up to that level which you can give it on your on-premises system. So that is the problem. So this is one more issue because of which this is the problem because of which we should not go to PaaS. Next, less flexibility. So PaaS providers do not give much freedom for the developers to define their own application stack, because they have their fixed frameworks, IDEs, languages. If you want to go out of that, it is not possible. So flexibility is less. So because of this, this is one disadvantage. So that is the reason we will PaaS is not used. Only some of the PaaS providers allow developers to extend the PaaS tools with the custom or new programming languages. Only few PaaS providers are doing that, others will not do. So this is one of the disadvantages. Depends on internet connection. Since the PaaS services are delivered over the internet, the developer should depend on the internet connectivity for developing the application. Sometimes, as we have seen in the starting, in characteristics offline development is also provided, that is provided, but that will be up to some extent, which will not work everywhere. So, and even though if you develop, whenever you want to access, you need to have internet. So, with slow internet connection, the usability and efficiency of the PaaS platform do not satisfy the developer requirements. So, that is one of the problems. So, internet connection depends on internet connection, this is the problem. So, these are the few disadvantages. If you are into this, you cannot use PaaS. We have seen few advantages, and we have seen how, when to use PaaS, which time it is suitable, and for which people it is not suitable. We have seen all those in this session. Thank you.